All right, here we are. We are back for another installment of our drive-throughs. Today we are headed to Kettering. It's kind of a gloomy day out today. It's not bright and sunny like it has been for the other ones that we've had. So, but this is reality. This is Ohio. So, we do get rain, and we do get and it's starting to turn fallish too, so you might see a few fall leaves around also. But yeah, so we are going to head to Kettering. This is going to be two parts again. Kettering is a very large area. It has a lot. It covers a wide spread across the Dayton region. This is a suburb of Dayton. Kettering is. And so, yeah, so we are kind of on the outskirts right now. And we will go ahead, I'll turn the camera around, we will go ahead and move forward with this. Once again, it is Kettering that we are doing. It's a two-part series. So we're going to do the west side of Kettering today, and then move to the east side of Kettering the next time. So here we are. We are headed out to Kettering for a little tour. Hopefully you enjoy it. Get a good feel for what it is like to live in Kettering, or to see what the housing is like in Kettering, what amenities are in Kettering. So, all right, we are off. Let me turn the camera around and adjust, of course. There we go. I think this is good. It's hard to get it the right way. All right, I think this is good. Okay. There we go. All right, so turning around. We are in Carillon Park right now, which is Dayton, but it's on the outskirts of Dayton. You can see that it is a pretty gloomy day. Hopefully we can avoid the rain while we are doing this. All right, Kettering is a larger suburb of Dayton. Remember how we said Patterson was the original mayor of Oakwood? Patterson had something to do with the founding of Kettering also, because this used to be farmland. Imagine that. All right, here we are. You can see the little border of Kettering. We are officially in Kettering. So Kettering, it borders Dayton, it borders Oakwood, it borders Washington Township or Centerville area. It borders Bellbrook, it borders Beaver Creek, lots of bordering. Like I said, it's a large area. It's about a population of just under 58,000, according to 2020 census data. All right, so we are kind of on the backside of, I don't know if I want to call it the backside. This is more of the historic portion of Kettering. There's some housing back here, and then it quickly moves into the larger homes back here. Back here it will border the one of the country clubs, the Moraine Country Club, and Hills and Dales Park. So these are some cute little character-driven homes back here. I'm not sure, the trees are covering a lot of the houses. You can't really see them. All right, we are headed to a no outlet area, so let me just make a little U-turn here to get out of the no outlet area. These homes back here, they don't move very often, so they've probably been in families for quite some time, but you're looking at anywhere, under 250 and under, maybe 275. There's lots of apartments in Kettering, not a lot of condos, but a few. The apartment community, it's a high rental area. There's one high school and 8 grade schools and 2 middle schools, and then there are how many private schools and parochial schools? 6 private and parochial schools. All right, so now we are going down Robert Dickey Parkway. See, leaves are falling. They are falling on the ground. So back in here, like I said, behind the park, behind the golf course, the streets are narrow and curvy. But it is a very cute area. You can see the golf course is straight ahead. Not a lot of golfers out there today because it is raining, obviously. There you've got a country club straight ahead. Oh shoot. This is a mishmash of homes back here. You can see the one to the right. That one was a big one. These back here will go $350 and up. Obviously these set back from the road quite a bit, so you can't really see them in the video. Lots of cars on the street. Kettering has all different price ranges. Looking up the closed for the past 6 months, the lowest price was $70,000, with the highest price being $1.425 million. So Kettering can appeal to a lot of different price ranges, obviously. So no matter what your price point is, Kettering may be the place that you want to be. Lots of brick ranches, as you can see. And they're brick ranches of all sizes also. And now we just popped into Oakwood, so we are... This part of Kettering is a little tight. Let's turn around so we can go back. Right there. And as you can see, it went straight from residential to office buildings very quickly. Okay, anyway, you can find fixer-uppers for under 100,000, but those go very, very, very quickly in Kettering. The Kettering market, if it's priced correctly, will move very quickly. The average price point here in Kettering is $272,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Is the average, an average size home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The median, $254,000. Maximum days on market for the past 6 months was 299. But the average right now for the past 6 months is 32 days. With 35 was the median. Okay, we are going to head towards Kettering Hospital, the main campus. It's one of the major hospital systems in the Dayton area. I was thinking I could get there this way, but I was mistaken. So we will head down Dixie here. We can go through Hills and Dales neighborhood also. One of those areas, like I said, that is closer to a historic neighborhood. Early 1900s. You'll have a few 1940s in there. It's a mishmash neighborhood, and you can find homes for under $350 in there. Maybe even under $300. Everyone's getting their fall pumpkins out. Halloween decorations. Oh goodness, look at that one. There's sidewalks on some of these roads, but not all of them. All right, you've got one of the metro parks here, Hills and Dales. Kettering does consist of over 20 parks, with around 285 acres of parks. So if you're into parks, and parks are your major must-have, Kettering is a good place to land for that. You've got Lincoln Park, which also hosts the Fraze Pavilion, which we will drive by that. Pondview Park, you've got Delco Park. Like I said, Hills and Dales was right here. These homes, you can find a 1-bedroom bungalow in this area for, you know, hundreds, 125-ish, 135 maybe, but super cute area. we are going to be taking a left on Dorothy Lane. Dorothy Lane is one of the major thoroughfares that does go through Kettering. Remember from the Oakwood edition, Dorothy Lane Market is right up here on the border of Oakwood and Kettering. And they are known for their killer brownies. So if you are coming to Dayton, a killer brownie is a must-have from Dorothy Lane Market. They've got tons of flavors of them, and you will not be disappointed. I promise. I promise. All right, we are going to take a right over to head this way on the other side of Dorothy Lane. And this will take us by Kettering Hospital main campus. These homes back here are $350 and under. There's Cape Cods, there's ranches. Most of them are Cape Cods back here, larger Cape Cods, and then some ranches also. Not a ton of two-story. Yeah, so over here in this neighborhood, 300, 350, somewhere in there for homes. Go to the other side of the street too, I think you can see them better. All right, so obviously if you do live by the hospital, you will have to deal with the hospital traffic, whether it's on car, ambulance. This does not have a helicopter teleport. Miami Valley has that, so you don't get the helicopter sound. You might, but not as much. But there are medical offices here. It is a training hospital or an education hospital also. There's a heart center, there's a cancer research center. So it's like I said, one of the larger hospital campuses here. Miami Valley would be the other one. They are in Dayton. Not too far from here, actually. All right, we are going to turn, and if you would go straight ahead, that is another golf course. It's a private one, NCR. NCR is kind of a famous golf course. There's two courses. There is, I'm sorry, this is Moraine Country Club, or Dayton Country Club, Moraine. Dayton Country Club was the one that we passed already. NCR is in the back of this. But this is the country club. It is private. It's ranked above the top courses in Ohio. And NCR has two courses, which is in the back of this. It's hosted the 1969 PGA Championship, along with the U.S. Women's Open and the U.S. Senior Women's Open. So that's exciting. If you take a right back here and then you take a left on the other side of this golf course, there's that's where you will find a lot of the 700 plus price points, 600 plus. Kind of tucked away on a hill. Alright, we are going to take a right here and go back into this neighborhood. Oh, and I picked the road that has a one-lane road ahead. That's nice. This is another one of those areas where the roads get narrow. There's not a lot of sidewalks back here, but the houses are very nice. So back here, you're gonna have homes from 450 and up. But it is a mishmash because once you get back into this neighborhood to the left a little bit more, it's gonna be more of the 350 to 450. And as you can tell, a lot of these are, there were custom homes at one point in time that were built. It was not a major builder that came through and did the, well, some of these back here will be. But you do have, like, these all look the same. But those back there, you had different homes. And some parts of this neighborhood also, you'll have different style homes and that sort of thing. Like Brady Bunch style. And these homes here on the golf course. So if you do like to be near a golf course and want homes on a golf course, Kettering, definitely, I've showed you already, the west side of Kettering is a good place to be, or close to a golf community. These roads here are a little bit wider, which is nice. These are more probably 1970s, 80s back in here. Kettering, you know, on this side of Kettering, it does offer, as you can see, larger yards. Definitely lots of trees. You get down, if we go straight down that way, those will be the $600,000, $700,000 homes or more. These are 500 plus back here. You can kind of get a feel for what these areas back in Kettering feel like. Which is what this video is all about. Raw and unedited footage. Raw and unedited footage. So you can kind of get a feel for the neighborhoods. Another perk of living in Kettering is the Kettering Rec Center, which is a large recreation center. It's got indoor, outdoor. It's only available, if you're a Kettering resident, you get it at a much cheaper rate if you are not. Kettering resident. They've got rec league basketball, they've got rec league volleyball, they've got a weight room, classes, indoor-outdoor pools, an ice skating rink. Got pretty much everything in there. It's a great facility. And then not too far from there is the Rosewood Art Center, which has obviously art gallery, art classes, and then they also do a festival called Art on the Commons. Rec Center is a great place to just send your kids for like rec basketball and that sort of thing. They can kind of, when they're younger, it's funny to watch. It's very cute. All right, we are going to cross Far Hills and go to this side of Kettering, which is more of 60s, 50s. You'll find lots of ranch homes back here. Some tri-levels, but a lot of ranches. And these back here will be anywhere from $3 to $375-ish. Some are a lot smaller, which you can find for $250. $2 to $250, depending on condition, of course. They had the wrong blinker on. Alrighty then. These are smaller ranches, so you'll get those for under $250. Once again, Kettering has tons of trees. So interesting fact about Kettering is that depending on where you are in Kettering, it's not easily accessible to highways. A lot of times it's easier, as opposed to going to a highway, it's easier to take a main thoroughfare like Far Hills that we were on, Dorothy Lane like I mentioned. There's Wilmington Road also. It's easier to take those than it is to find the highway to get to your place of work or your schools or something along those lines. Okay, these are the smaller homes in Kettering. And most of these back here will be around $250, you know, $200 to $250 depending on condition and size. Once again, you might find one around $3, but most will be under $300. Once again, as you can see, the characteristic of homes in Kettering, a lot of brick ranches. Full brick wrap. Which is great for maintenance purposes, right? You have an elementary school to the left. And now Stroop is another main thoroughfare. You're going to find a lot of businesses on Stroop. Stroop will meet Dorothy Lane and Far Hills. And there's groceries. There's the TJ Maxx, B-Dubs, that sort of thing. Those are all in Town and Country Shopping Center, which, fun fact about that, was one of the early open air malls in the region. So it's just a small mall, 1 story. A lot of folks will go walking in there in the wintertime when the weather is not so good or when it's too hot or whatever. There's a Trader Joe's in there. There's a TJ Maxx. There's, is it Petco? Is the pet store in there? B-Dubs. There's a Ross, Dress for Less. All right, these homes are getting even a little bit smaller than where we were before. But once again, mostly ranch homes, 1 level, 1,000 to 1,200 square feet. 300-ish. Most of these back here would be 250, 275, something like that. So like I said, the Ketttering appeals to a lot of different price points. That is one of the reasons that so many people do choose Kettering, and they can deal with the fact that it's not easy to get around. It's not easy to get to Beaver Creek from Centerville. I mean, from Kettering. Depends on what side of Kettering you live on, though. All right, we are going to head to the Phrase Pavilion. The Phrase Pavilion does attract lots of artists from all genres. Nelly was here not too long ago. They do like cover band type things. Who else was here last year? So you've got a fishing pond. Oh, I can barely see it. There we go. Fishing pond. Walking paths. They'll host a lot of festivals at the Phrase, at Lincoln Park here. There is the Phrase Pavilion. You can kind of see it there. It's an outdoor pavilion. Like I said, it's mostly music-based that you will see, and it only has certain time frames for when it runs. And over by the fountains, I don't know if you saw the fountains or not, there's a huge, they must be setting up for a festival for this weekend, or else those are up all summer. They'll do like a wing fest here, which is a fun one to do. They do not do Chocolate Fest. Montgomery County Fairgrounds hosts that. Lots of little festivals. All right, and we are coming up on the high school, Kettering High School. They're a Division I school. All right, that wraps up. We are about to hit Oakwood again. So that pretty much wraps up the tour for today. We will do a part 2. It was a lot longer than what I anticipated it. I think it was because I got a little lost. Okay, not lost, but I went too far. I expected to cut across, and I forgot that I couldn't cut across because the golf course wouldn't allow me to. So here you go. These, and you know, once again, you can see how the houses change over on this side. We've got mostly Cape Cods over here again. So it seems that whatever your choice of home is, Kettering could be the place for you, depending on your price point, depending on your style of home, that sort of thing. But it is a well-loved community. A lot of folks stay in the community, and yeah, price point is all over the place. You can find whatever price point that you are looking at, you can probably find it in Kettering. Lots of parks, well taken care of neighborhoods, and yeah, so until next time, we will finish up our tour of Kettering and move it on to someplace else. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought.